Shalom, everyone, and I want to welcome you to Wow equals Words of Wisdom number 24. Do you have good chetiquette? Now, what do I mean by chetiquette? Chetiquette is a contraction or an abbreviation for channel etiquette. Do you have good chetiquette? Ask yourself that question. All of us who use some level of social media, whether to listen to or watch um, other channels, other people's platforms, or whether we have our own channels and our own platforms, or we do a combination of both. We need to make sure that as people of the Most High Yah, that we have good chetiquette, excellent chetiquette, because it's a part of our lives. If it's a part of what you do, it's a part of what the Most High Yah is watching you do or participate in. And, when you go online, you see so much, you know, back and forth, dissension, arguing, fighting, division, um, you know, definitely not unity in amongst the people of the Most High Yah when they're interacting with each other online. And I really believe that people think because it's online that they don't have to conduct themselves in a way that is set apart because they're just on somebody's YouTube channel or somebody's Twitter page or Facebook page or in somebody's chat group, that they don't have to conduct themselves in a way that is pleasing to the Most High Yah. So they end up participating in a way that they have bad chetiquette. And so I just want to talk for a few minutes about how we can improve our chetiquette or our channel etiquette. Um, First of all, when you go on somebody else's, platform, whether it's on YouTube, Periscope, Facebook, Twitter, um, people are using Patreon, Black Junction TV, whatever platform you may be going on, you need to check your aim. And what do I mean by aim? What is your attitude, your intention, and your motives when you go on to somebody else's platform um, to, comment, to, communicate, whether it's with them or other people who are also, on this platform with you. What's your aim? What's your attitude? What's your intention? What's your motive? You got to check that before you participate on somebody's channel or somebody's social media platform. If your intention is not good, if your intention is to troll people, to debate, to argue, to just tell somebody how much you know, or to make other people look bad, you have the wrong aim. You have the wrong attitude, the wrong intention, and the wrong motive. We have to really think about that before we start commenting or engaging with the person who is running the particular platform or other people who are participating in communicating on that person's platform. We have to learn to respect the person's platform. Okay. I've heard a lot of people on their channels really address this directly and say that, hey, if you're coming on here and you're doing, certain things, and they start naming the things that people have been doing, in their live streams and in their live chats or in their comment sections or whatever, they start saying this is what's going to happen if you do these things, because there's been so much dissension and division and arguing and fussing and fighting. So, when you go to somebody else's channel, respect that person's channel, respect how they run their platform. Okay. how they choose to run their channel. If it's something that they're saying or that they're doing that you don't like or that you don't agree with, the best way that you can respect them is to, if you have to unsubscribe, then unsubscribe. If you have to, not look at a video that's on that particular subject, you know, then click off of that video. You might agree with that person on everything else that they're teaching, but on this particular issue, you don't agree. You're not on the same page with them. It happens. Okay. But the best way that you can, handle that is to, you know, you don't agree, don't look at that particular video. Or if it's something that's ongoing and it's, becoming a theme, where you're not agreeing with them, consistently on multiple issues, then you may have to unsubscribe. It's a way, it's okay. It's a way to show respect to them without causing more, division and debate and arguing and fussing and fighting on that person's channel in their live stream, live chats, in their comment section. Um, be aware of what you're saying or going to say when you make a comment, or going to make a comment in somebody else's channel. Understand that people read the comments. And there are people who are just coming into the knowledge of the truth, just coming into a relationship with the Most High Yah, through His Son Yahushua HaMashiach, and they're new, and they're trying to find their way spiritually, and they're seeking the truth. And if they come into a live stream, a live chat, or a comment section of a particular channel, and they see, people arguing and fussing and fighting and debating, guess what's going to happen? They're going to get turned off. They're going to get turned off when they don't see, love, kindness, and respect being demonstrated amongst the people of Yah in a live stream, in a live chat, in a comment section, or in a chat room. So, or even across email, whatever, electronic way that you are communicating with people. This is very, very important, everyone, that we learn to develop good chetiquette. Okay, because this has become, an increasingly, growing problem amongst the people of the Most High Yah. So think about what you're going to say before you type that comment out onto somebody else's page, so on somebody else's channel. Remember that people are reading the comments. The comments are not just read by the person who, runs the channel, but it's also, read by the people who are also coming to the channel just like you are, and they are reading the comments. And there are people who learn from comments that are, placed in comment sections. And there are people who get encouraged when there are encouraging words that and scriptures and things of that nature that are posted in comment sections. But there are also people who get hurt, discouraged, and disappointed and turned off when they read the comments that are in comment sections. I know that I have gotten turned off. I know that I have, for me, when I see that type of stuff going on in live streams, live chats, chat rooms, whatever, I just close it up. I'm like, oh, not today. Because I don't want to even though I may not be saying anything or engaging in the debate, the argument, or whatever, I just don't even want to be around it. I don't even, even want to watch it happen, because it's very disappointing to me and it's very discouraging to me. Okay. And so other people who are just coming into the knowledge of the truth, and they're seeing this and they're like, what's happening? I thought it was going to be different. They really get discouraged, they get confused, they get turned off. And I've seen people make comments in live streams, in live chats, in comment sections and saying, I'm new. I've just come into the truth. I'm seeking Yah. I'm seeking the truth. What's happening here? I'm confused. I've seen all of those types of comments being made on different channels. Because they see the arguing, the fighting, the debating, the dissension that's going on amongst the people of the Most High Yah. And so you don't want that to be named. We should not want that type of thing to be named amongst us. This is something that we really have to think about. Think about your Chetiquette. Think about how you conduct yourself online on people's social media platforms that are not yours. Okay, the ones that you haven't started. Now, if you are passionate about a particular topic or subject or what have you, don't go on somebody else's channel, or in their live stream and start, posting long dissertations about your viewpoint on a particular topic or subject, especially when, the live stream is going on and the people are teaching. Okay. That's a disrespect to that person who is taking the time out to, provide a live stream, a video, a premiere, or whatever, for the subscribers who are following that particular channel. If you feel passionate, okay, about a particular topic or subject or whatever the situation might be, okay, respect other people's channels, okay? Start your own channel, and start uploading content on your own channel where you can be passionate as you want to be about that particular topic. Okay, don't go on other people's channels and start laying out long dissertations and posts about a topic, especially that's unrelated to what is being taught in the live stream or even the video. If it's just a video that's been posted or a video that's premiering, that's distracting to people who are, clicking on that video to listen and learn about the topic that's being taught. Okay. So really think about that before you go on to other people's. Have good Chetiquette. Have respect for the people's channel, and refrain from doing those types of things. And like I said, I've seen people you know look at that and go, oh my gosh, what's happening, what's going on, because some people, they really look at that time in the live chat as their time to be able to connect with other people who have also come into the knowledge of the truth, and are trying to, have a relationship and walk with the Most High Yah as well. If you see something that's going on in a live chat and it keeps going on and keeps going on, and you disagree with it, try not to refrain from screaming at people in the live chat. Don't do this, don't do that. I've seen people cursing in live chats and screaming at people in live chats because they don't like what's going on. For that day, instead of becoming part of the problem, you may have to just close that live chat down for that day so you can get refocused on the lesson that's being taught. That's a way that you can be, remain respectful, excuse me, to the people who are doing the teaching, and also make sure that you're not doing anything that would not be pleasing to the Most High Yah by getting in there and becoming a part of the problem. And the next thing you know, you're arguing, and then you are no longer, being under self-control. You've gotten in the flesh, and then Satan and his crew is able to use you. to become a hindrance and a stumbling block to somebody else who's watching and listening to what's going on. So think about these things. We don't want to be a stumbling block to somebody coming into the knowledge of the truth and growing in their relationship with the Most High Yah, and being encouraged instead of discouraged. You know, somebody, really continuing to flourish and grow, and really keep moving forward, but instead they keep, getting pulled backwards because of the actions and the words and the behavior that they see, amongst the brothers and sisters, of the people who say that they are believers of the Most High Yah. So we have to check ourselves. We have to check our aim. What's our attitude? What's our intention? What's our motives? When we go on to somebody else's channel, and only you really know that. Only you really know whether you're just going on there to watch a video, to learn, to listen, and if that's you, if you've been arguing and fussing and fighting with people in live streams and live chats and chat rooms over the email, on Twitter, on Facebook, or whatever, on Instagram and YouTube and things of that nature, you may have to take a step back and say, you know what, my Chetiquette is bad. My Chetiquette is bad. I've been arguing with people. I've been fussing with people. I've been fighting with people. I may have become a stumbling block to other people. You may have to step back, and there's a way to, and sometimes you may have to, if at all possible, that you can contact that person, that channel, the person who's running that channel, and they have a way for you to contact them via email and things of that nature. Then talk to them through that way of communication. Send them an email, especially if they're really good about responding to emails and things of that nature. Send them an email, have patience with them, um, and then, talk to them privately. Talk to them privately. All this thing about I'm going to, I'm going to tell you, that you're wrong and you're this and you're that, and I'm going to do it publicly, and that's my job to do this. You know, all of us, and I'm saying this, even me, I'm including myself in this. All of us have things that are in us that need to be cleansed, purged, changed, gotten rid of, that are sin, that are wickedness, that are iniquity, secret sins, hidden faults, all that are in our lives. And, think about it. Ask yourself, would you want somebody to call you out, and, really get on you publicly about all of your faults and your secret sins? But that's what people are doing. That's what people are doing on these social media platforms. And we have got to, love covers a multitude of sins. All right. Not meaning that you condemn, that you condone somebody's sin. That's not what I'm saying. We don't co-sign on people's sins. But, if you have that type of access to that particular person where you can talk to them privately, and communicate with them privately, that'll go a long way than talking to them publicly, and having bad Chetiquette. And people that don't even know what is going on are watching this and going, what's going on? What's happening? And next thing you know, people are left with a bad taste in their mouth, and they're like, you know what? I'm done with all this, and they walk away. We have to be sure that we don't become a stumbling block, because the scriptures are like, woe to you who become a stumbling block to other people. And so we've got to remember to check ourselves before we wreck ourselves. Really, really look at your chetiquette, your channel etiquette. How are you conducting yourselves on other people's channels? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it you know, examine yourself in this area. Have you posted things that you're like, I shouldn't have posted that? You may have to go back and do some editing. You may have to go back and take down some posts. You may have been out of line or out of order. I know there are times that the Most High, I've looked at something, I'm like, oh my gosh. And the Most High has told me, he said, don't comment. He said, don't comment. Don't comment at all. He said, pray for that person or those people or those individuals in this particular area. He's told me, don't say a word, don't comment, pray. And if especially if you don't know all of the details behind what's going on, a lot of times you don't need to say nothing, because the scripture says even a fool, comes across as wise when they keep their mouths shut. And, I know we live in the social media era, but we don't have to comment on everything. Don't get it twisted. Don't think that you have to comment on every single thing that you hear or that you see online. You really don't. So those are just some ways, check your aim, your attitude, your intention, and your motives before you start commenting, posting, communicating, on somebody else's platform. Respect their platform. Okay. Don't leave long dissertations about something that you are passionate about, or a doctrine that you believe in and what have you, on a person's channel. It's distracting to other people. It's sometimes it can be discouraging and a turnoff, and they walk away. Don't participate in debates and arguments and fights, on other people's channels. And another thing, respect, people's spouses. If they have a spouse on their channel or what have you, respect their husbands, respect their wives, respect their children. Okay, we're not all going to see eye to eye. Not all of us are not on the same level, on all these different topics in different areas of the Torah and the rest of Scripture. All of us are all coming into, the truth on different levels. But respect people's families. People have families. We're all real people. Okay. We're not trying to, I know I'm not trying to be a celebrity. We should be, preparing for the kingdom. And so that includes how we deal with each other on social media, on each other's channels. We need to have good chetiquette. Okay. So think about that today before you go to click on that next video, to make that next post, to make that next comment. Check your aim, your attitude, your intention, and your motives. And what you're getting ready to say, what you're getting ready to post, what you're getting ready to comment, is it going to cause division amongst the people of the Most High Yah? Is it going to be pleasing in the eyesight of Yah? Are you going to be used as a vessel of honor by Yah, or a vessel of dishonor by Satan and his crew when you post, comment, or participate in a live stream, live chat, chat room, email exchange, or even a text message? Think about it, and when you know better, you should do better. Okay. So I just want to thank you for joining me for WOW equals Words of Wisdom number 24. And I pray that you have a positive, powerful, and productive day. Shalom.